If you want to use your own images in the Insight Pro viewer in Asphalt Intelligence, one of the easiest ways to get them in the correct format is to use the official Asphalt Intelligence QGIS plugin. QGIS is a wonderful free software. You can go to qgis.org/download and download the latest long-term release here, install it, and start a new project. And we save as just the name demo. Next, we're going to go up here to plugins, manage and install plugins. And at the top bar here, if you search for Asphalt Intelligence, it pops up. Simply say install plugin. And it's been installed successfully. Make sure this box is checked. And then we go back to plugins, Asphalt Intelligence, and this launches our widget. And so at this point, first thing we need to do with the Asphalt Intelligence tools is click on Start Setup. Just make sure we've got the background imagery loaded correctly. And so we'll go ahead and hit yes on Esri World Imagery, hit OK for setup complete. And with that, we'll notice in the lower right the EPSG code of the geographic coordinate system that is set and active. So Asphalt Intelligence always works with EPSG 3857, so that is now set as active. Now at this point, we've got two different types of image files that can be loaded, either a JPEG with a JGW, a sister file, and then that can be converted to GeoTIFF, or a SID file, which can then be converted to GeoTIFF. Either one is okay. With the JPEG and JGW, they do both have to reside in the same folder in order for the geographic information to be loaded. So in this case, we're going to work with the JPEG. So we'll go ahead and click on Load JPEG and JGW. And with that, I'm going to navigate to my desktop here. And under Test Images, we've got a series of images. And so with these, we do also have the JGW files in the same folder. Right now we're looking at JPEGs. This view is filtered to just JPEG images. So we're going to grab one of these that again has the sister file in the same folder, and then hit open. Now when we do that, we're going to get a message saying that the conversion to GeoTIFF is successful, and it's telling us where it loaded that file as well. So we'll hit OK, take a look in that same folder. And so we've got a number of other files in here that we can also load in if needed. All right, now with that said, it didn't bring us to that file. And so on the left-hand side, we've got layers. And so with the layers, we can see the original JPEG and the converted TIFF file. Now the TIFF, we can right-click that and say zoom to layers. And we're able to see that this is located in the correct spot. I see it's got the ramp and such. Looks like this JPEG may have been when this ramp was being constructed. And so it looks like everything's lining up. And with that, we see the original as well. And so if you ever want to compare the two, you can turn the original on and then go ahead and turn the converted file on. You should get the same resolution as the original. Now, as it relates to resolution, you always want to check it. So go into Properties by right-clicking the layer, go into Properties here. And within the Properties, it's handy to see the size. In this case, the size of the GeoTIFF file is 48, almost 49 megabytes. Fairly large, but Asphalt Intelligence can handle that. If for some reason we needed to downsize that, we also can. So if this number was higher, say 150, 200 megabytes, and we needed that changed, we can do so. So let's go ahead and close this. Looking at the aerial, looks like it's actually in very high definition, very good quality. But we can go ahead and convert this over to a smaller file if needed. So you can right-click, go to Export and Save As. Under Resolution, this is telling you the resolution of the image as it currently sits. So 0.075 meters for each pixel. And so we can go ahead and change this to 0.2. And so by changing it to 0.2, that's going to give us a much larger pixel size. And then with that, we can also give this a name, converted, and specify where it should be placed. And I will actually go ahead and place this in our test image folder here as well and hit save. Now with that, when we hit save, it now gives us our converted image. So again, it's in the correct spot. And with that, we can also very slightly see difference. So at the moment, here's converted, and then here's original. So you can see there is a degradation of the quality, but if we go to properties, we see the sizes change dramatically. So that really helps us out if we need to change the size as well. Then at this point, this file can be used to go ahead and upload into Asphalt Intelligence for analysis.